It is definitely all about the World Championships if you want to be a millionaire. For joining us for more on this now, founder of Matchroom Sport, it's a very good morning to Barry Hearn. Morning, Barry.
Morning, Barry.
Morning, boys.
Barry, you wouldn't want to be telling Luke Humphreys where a bird's nest is, would you? I mean, he's let the cat out of the bag there, hasn't he?
No, this is all part of a carefully planned between me and Luke, you know.
Brilliant. Hey, I tell you what, Barry, look, I look back to the first...
You were there,
the first one, the first WDC World Championship, and Dennis Priestley won it, and he walked away with 16 grand. What the heck has happened?
We've had the most unbelievable run. We've had the most fun. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed it. And also the fact that we've created this unbelievable mixture of world-class sport played in a party atmosphere. No other sport combines the two so well. And in these troubled times, let's be honest, the world's not a particularly pleasant place. There's lots of problems out there. It's just darts. You know, you can have an escapist evening. You can watch brilliance. I mean, when you're watching these top players, because they are full-time players, and they're making millions of pounds a year. You know, someone like Luke Humphreys, Luke Littler, they're in the millions of pounds a year earnings, and they deserve it because it's being picked up. I've just come off the phone to Poland. There's an epidemic of darts around the world. There isn't a country. I don't have enough days in the year to fulfill as much demand as I've got. So it's a wonderful time, and it was the appropriate time, having closed off, very happy to say we closed off a new 5-year deal with Sky, who've been with us from the beginning. They are paying the money they should be paying. They're happy, I'm happy, and the players are getting the rewards that they deserve. And without the players, without the talent, you don't have a business. So I went up yesterday to see 128 pro players. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is a killer. I'm supposed to be taking it easy, Jeff.
You'll never take it easy, Barry. You'll never take it easy.
I can't. It's such a joy to be involved in sport, and especially a joy to be involved in darts at the moment, and to see these guys' faces and say, look, we are a meritocracy. It's all about winning, same as any sport. So get yourself better. Be part of the team. Understand the journey we're on. Be an entertainer. And also, technically, you need to be as good as you can, because you can change your life through this sport. And that's what we've always wanted it to be. And it's grown from very small roots, as you know, but it's a dirty, great, bloody big tree at the moment.
Barry, tell me, mate. I mean, we get back. I remember sitting in the house watching them all. John Lowe, E. Jockey, Bobby George, the lot, Bristol, and it was just fantastic. But the change and the magnitude of the change, I mean, it's absolutely staggered. It certainly staggered me. It must have. I don't care what you say. Surely it has pleasantly surprised you.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised every day of my life, because there are opportunities out there that people don't take, or people don't work hard enough. You know, we put in a big shift. You know, we put in enough money to get the job done, and we put in a big shift, and we've got fantastic management, you know, right the way through all the teams. Everyone seems to be on the same page, and it's so refreshing, Alan, because a lot of sports, there's infighting with golf, there's this going off, breaking the rules in football or not, you know. All we're talking about is a game of darts. But it's played in such a spirit, and it's played in such an atmosphere that it can take away all your worries. You go home and you've had a few beers, you've had a day out with your mates, and the numbers are staggering. 10 years ago, it was 3 or 4% women in the crowd. Today, it's 30%. 10 years ago, it was average age 55 to 60. Today, it's 20 to 25. You know, these are quantum changes, which has taken a lot of work to get across that message. But we're rewarded by figures. Sky don't see a figure for anything that matches the World Championship last year. For, you know, it's over 4.5 million people. It's unbelievable. And then we're also seeing Germany. I mean, yesterday, I did a huge deal yesterday with Czechoslovakia. You know, I mean, come on. Where did they find the money? And the reason is they have to. And we're on them. We are on these people. We're on this case 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're grinding forward. We don't stop for anything at anybody, because we are changing the sporting landscape. all over the world. I had the Saudis ask me the other week, can we have darts, please? I said, can we have alcohol? They said, no. I said, then you can't have darts. And I think it's the first time anyone from Saudi Arabia has been told the word no.
No. Yeah.
Because we've got something magic, and America's the next big breakthrough for us. This is a fantastic amount of money, 25 million. This is just the beginning, Alan. You know, when you get a snowball going down a mountain, it picks up snow on the way down. It's called momentum, and that's what we've got. And we are working for the talent. We're working for the players to change their lives.
I mean, you've had momentum since day one, Barry. Look, the world title itself. I mean, it's a massive part of people's Christmas and New Year now, and now the £1 million pot, and you've increased the number of players to 128. So is it going to run for longer?
Do you know why? Because every day my phone goes, and it's another. Can't we have someone in the World Championships? And I don't like to say no to these people because they bring with them sponsors and they bring with them television companies, etc. So,
I've never seen Barry Hearn stopped in mid-sentence before.
I know,
it's never happened.
I had a belter for him as well there. I was asking about the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn fight, but we've lost him.
No, we haven't. We got you back, Barry.
I'm there. I'm sorry, boys. Yeah, I was in full flight as well. Just telling you that
you were.
We need more players because we have more countries want to be represented. Simple as that.
Yeah. I'm not going to let you go, Barry. I want to ask you, at the end of the month, obviously, big fight. Eubank Jr. takes on Conor Benn. Well talked about, well documented. Where are you on it?
I think it's going to be a massive fight. I think it's arguably one of the biggest fights ever to take place in England. The personalities, the backstory between the dads, everything works to make this humongous. We could have sold 500,000 tickets. I think I'm with Conor Benn on this. I think he's gone through more than enough in his life, which has now been completely exonerated. What a waste of 2 years of a young man's life. He's got a point to prove, but Eubank is the bigger man. So I see it as a 50-50 fight. And I believe that Conor Benn can knock out Eubank Jr.
Oh, brilliant. Barry, great to see and hear you again. And I'm so pleased things are going so well.
Yeah, so am I.
Take it easy.
Good lad, Barry.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Just a couple of quick Spurs texts. Darren, the Spurs fan, says Daniel Levy doesn't own Spurs. Joe Lewis does. So until Joe Lewis goes, he says it won't change, which is a very fair point indeed. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Joe Lewis is delighted with the way Daniel Levy's running the football club.
And I were talking there. Yeah. I think Joe Lewis will be absolutely thrilled with the way Daniel Levy's running Spurs.
And Tony has said, gents, I can't call as I'll get sacked. These so-called Spurs fans who keep banging on about Daniel Levy being a poor chairman are idiots. His job is to make sure that Spurs PLC are run properly, and no one can deny he's done a fantastic job. The issue is the director of football needs to be stronger and work better with our managers. We need to be grateful for what we have. Tony says he's been a Spurs fan since 1979. So, slight difference of opinion there.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.